So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with some UFL honest feedback, brutal hour time, because that's what we're going to be doing, folks. We're going to be discussing UFL. I sat down over the weekend. I did stream it, which was a bit of a shock for you, wasn't it? But yeah, we did do like 3 hours worth of gameplay. A lot of internet problems, I'm not going to lie. Managed to fix them though, so the router is good now. I factory reset it. And then Sunday, I sat down proper, you know, no streaming, nothing. Just me, the TV, some food, some grub, and let's get into it. And that's what we did. So what I'm going to be discussing today, honestly, folks, is mainly the gameplay. I do want to show you the team that I have or had during the beta itself, just so you kind of know. It was decent, you know, we picked up a few other players with the likes of Gordon. I went for, actually afterwards, I did bring in Casemiro as a DMF. And then kind of switch things up. And actually, I decided after a while that, look, I'll be honest, playing a 4-3-3 is pretty much all you need to do in this beta, because we're going to talk about it. There's no real midfield, folks. And unfortunately, I personally think the first beta was better than this one. Maybe it was because it was new and fresh. I don't know. But there were a lot of issues that I saw after I streamed that I maybe didn't discuss and talk about. So anyway, there's all the premise of that. I'll let the video run first of all here, because we'll very, very quickly touch upon the UI, because I don't really have any complaints. And if you're coming from eFootball, you probably won't have any either. It's modern, it's fresh, you know, it works. It's a little bit slow at times, but, you know, that could be down to the servers themselves, etc. But, you know, I don't mind anything off the field. You know, the options on the left with the squad, the formation, the tactics, the duties, the roles. I mean, these are once again things that eFootball doesn't even have. PES used to have it, but Konami have decided they want to, you know, dumb down all the tactics, which doesn't make sense to me, because football is ultimately about tactics. I mean, you can win a match by changing the tactics at half time, right? If you don't change them and basically, you know, address the problems, you're going to still have problems. So yeah, all this stuff is great. I love the skins. I think they're a nice addition. I got a pretty nice one with Ronaldo. But how long it's going to, you know, hold over the longevity when this game does launch, you know, will it get boring after a while? I don't know. The facts are, though, folks, that they've spent a lot of money on this game. They've got a massive transfer market with, what, 4,000 or 5,000 players from the FIFA Pro license that they have. You know, Ronaldo's part of the team. So they've clearly invested some money into this game, and it's not going anywhere. Simple as that. This game will probably last quite a while. And I hope it does well, right? And I'm going to say this because if they do well, I firmly believe maybe the likes of Konami will have a look at it. If there is a lack of people playing eFootball, and I know there won't be though, because it is a mobile game and there's no other game on mobile like eFootball, UFL isn't going to be a mobile game. But my point is, if they start seeing users not playing eFootball as much, maybe, touch wood, they'll actually improve eFootball. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. So anyway, yeah, I love the skins, everything, the UI, it's fantastic. I've got no problems with it. And if you have problems with it, I'm sorry. But honestly, coming from eFootball, like I said, there's nothing really to complain about off the pitch. So let's dive into on the pitch, where the fun does start. So yeah, I'll be right back and have some proper gameplay to discuss. All right, folks, so we've got a little bit of action for you to take a look at. You can kind of see my connection at the top as well. It wasn't the best in the world. But yeah, let's discuss UFL, shall we? Let's talk about the actual gameplay as a whole. And as I mentioned, I firmly believe that the first beta was better than this. And the reason I'm saying that is this feels more automated. And I'm not talking defensively here. I'm talking about when you have possession and you're trying to pass it around. This game feels so assisted now. I don't really know what's going on. Have a look at this goal, by the way. I scored this with Mohamed Salah. See, I love to dribble, as you guys very much know. Okay? And I got the ball here. And if you notice, I was trying to use L2 as the hold-up. Like, watch Salah in a second. He loses it here initially, right? And I changed my camera. This is the further out camera because I think it's better. But right here, look, this is when you're shielding it, right? So when he goes into this little animation, right here, this is when they're using L2 to hold the player off, right? Very much like kind of what eFootball and that has. So I was testing it and I wanted to try it because a lot of people aren't using all the buttons in this game. Like using R1 and X is a better way to pass a long ball than just pressing X. R1 and circle will drill the pass as well. So I was just trying out some mechanics, and it ended up being a bit of fun. And this is the thing, though, about defending. If you canny defend in a game like this, you're going to have a nightmare. You are really going to struggle with getting the ball off the opposition. But it's not just that. I felt like there was a little bit of a delay as well in the beta for myself. I don't know if you guys saw this. I saw it on Saturday when I streamed. I also saw it on Sunday when I wasn't streaming. And it's not like a good delay, as in like they're trying to factor the slowness like PES used to have, right? Where it's not 100% responsive. Remember, folks, the more responsive a game is, the quicker it's going to become. And it will turn into something like a FIFA game, as opposed to a PES game. I think eFootball, if I'm being honest with you, is going towards the more FIFA way because it's getting faster and faster and faster with the responsiveness. So you do have to find that balance. I'm not going to sit here, folks, and completely bash this game. I'm not going to sit here and completely bash companies because I know it's difficult to make a football game. That's why no one's doing it. And, you know, UFL have come in and Strikers Inc. to try and find something, I guess, between the two, right? But anyway, talking about the gameplay, folks, yeah, I like the defending. That's probably my best thing about this. But the passing needs some serious TLC. Tender loving care. I was going to say what it was, but if you haven't listened to the Michael Jackson song, PYT, TLC. But anyway, yeah, they do need to address the passing because honestly, I don't know about you folks, but I didn't know where the ball was going half the time. And sometimes I don't think the game knew where exactly the ball was going. Like, I'd press pass to the left and I want it to pass to the further player, but it wouldn't. And then it's going to the wrong player here, the wrong player there. It's just all over the place. So passing, I don't know what they've done to it, but it just feels extremely too assisted, and there is no freedom to pass the ball wherever you want. You just can't. I mean, I feel like a game like this does need assistance and then semi-assistance, right? You're not going to have manual, I get it, but you've got to have something in between here. Strikers Inc. Have a look at it. Factor that in. Open the game up a little bit. It's too on rails when you have possession. I honestly, at one point in this game, I had to just start passing the ball quicker because of the delay, and sometimes the players wouldn't do what I was asking them to do. I mean, you'll see in this match, I try and keep possession. I try and defend as a team. I don't like to play football games like I'm playing, you know, a ping pong arcade machine from back to front, from back to front. But unfortunately, folks, in this game, there isn't really any midfield now. You're going to have to go from back to front and front to back or whatever as quick as you possibly can, because that's the way this game's kind of being designed at the moment. So, yeah, definitely I would say the passing needs to be addressed. The slowdown is not as bad as it was in the first beta, so they've kind of addressed that. But like right here, my defending was all over the place. I will admit, Van der Ven, by the way, unbelievable centre-back. If you want to try and snap him up. God, man, the guy's got some pace, and he does the business. I think I ended up banging another goal here. Watch this. Here we go. Get it with Gordon. Up the line. Straight to Bruno Fernandes. This guy stopped. And then once he stopped, he'd already messed up. And then I think he left. He left after this. He had enough. I'm slinging it. So, yeah. They did fix, you know, the slowdown with that. But they just, I don't know. It's a weird one, folks. It's like they kind of messed other things up. There we go. Bye-bye. Right, let me whip out another video and we'll be right back. All right, so I'll show you a match that I'm actually losing in. I didn't win them all. Don't worry. I think my record at the end of it was like 24 wins, like 8 defeats, 3 draws or something. I don't know. I kind of played around with the controls as well. At one point, I changed tackling to like X. It didn't seem to work very well, so I just went back to using like R1. That's basically what I have it programmed as. But yeah, they fixed a few things, but as I said, the passing needs major work, folks. The through balls, I mean, they're okay, but there's still, once again, you don't really know where they're going after. You're just pressing pass and hoping it goes to the right player on this game at the moment. That's kind of where we are. I mean, fouls, didn't see a whole lot of them, but people don't really need to foul. There was one guy I played against who was just fouling me, but he just wanted to win. Literally, a few minutes left, and he was hogging the ball. I'm like, dude, it's a beta. And even if it isn't, it's not real life. It's just a video game. Chill out, you know? Of course, let me know your thoughts as well in the comments. Did you enjoy it? Did you not? As I said, I said on stream I'd give this a 5, you know, the gameplay, but honestly, it could even be like a 4 now. I'm just really concerned with like the attacking elements of this game. It's just interesting because they decided defensively they were going to really make this game extremely manual. But attacking-wise, they've decided they're going to make it very automated, almost like. Now, players do, once again, they still have that eFootball automation involved with the defending. Obviously, they're going to try and stick a foot in the way of it if the ball's close to them. It's weird. It's just like, it's gone in that. You remember when we played PES? I know I keep doing comparisons, but that's the way I am. When we used to play PES, right? That was a foul there. Absolute mugged me off. Actually, was this? Oh, this was the match. Yeah, this was the match that he was. He even said GG's to me after this. I ignored him because you'll see what he was doing at the end of the game. I was like, really, dude? It's a beta. Why are you taking this so serious? But no, I compare it a lot to PES because where did this ball end up going, by the way? I wasn't even aiming there. I know Ronaldo's free kicks have gone downhill a little bit. Cool, blimey. But anyway, when you used to play PES, right, there used to be, what was I saying? My brain's gone now. God, blimey, all over the place. Welcome back, Ricky. Welcome back. But yeah, when you used to play PES, oh, and you weren't pressing the controller, the players didn't really do anything. They would just stand there. You would actually have to put inputs in for the game to do something. Whereas these games now, you can put the controller down when the players are still doing all the work for you, or a lot of the time they are. I don't know if it's just the way things have changed now, but maybe it's a mechanic to help online if people do disappear. Once again, the guy was just pure filth in this match. So fouls do exist. I will admit some of the fouls should have been red cards. They did. Maybe the ref didn't bring them with him. Just wanted to give me yellows or him yellows all the time. But there were certainly some debatable fouls that were straight through the back of me. And yeah, the ref didn't want to give a red card. So something to address, but nothing major there. So yeah, I mean, this guy also was a trickster. I saw that when I first started playing with him. That sounds wrong. I always say something that's wrong. He's offside. When I first started playing against him, that sounds better. He was straight off. Tricks, come on, do the flicks, the roulettes, the back forwards. Just cracks me up. Hilarious. You don't need to do that many tricks, mate. It's not that serious. And if you are watching this video, I'm not having a go at you, mate. I just, you know, I speak my mind. I just speak my mind. Right, watch this. Here, have a look at this, right? Last minute of the game. Watch the goalie here. Suspect, wasn't it? And then look what he does. This is what annoyed me. I'm like, really, dude? Really? Final few. And then I just gave up. I'm like, okay, if you really want the win that bad, that's fine. You can take it. So anyway, that was that match. Right, I'm going to whip out another game, and then we'll finish talking about it. All right, so one more match for you guys to watch, and yeah, leave your impressions and opinions. But yeah, definitely, folks, there is a lot of work that does need to be done to this game, attacking-wise. Defending, I think, is okay, right? It's not that bad. But you've got to find a balance, because the problem with defending as well is sometimes my players weren't reacting. There was a slight delay to what I was asking him to do. And if you're defending against an attacker who doesn't really have that problem, then I'm going to have a serious problem. So yeah, I think speeding up maybe the response to the defending might help. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe it was a server problem. I don't know this. I don't know that. Remember, it is a beta. If you all remember the eFootball beta, I mean, this thing is leaps and bounds better. Well, look at the goalie here. What a plonker. I didn't ask him to come out, by the way. He just said, I'm going to do it myself. So, yeah, Strikers Inc., honest feedback, sort the passing out. It's far too assisted. It's going to the wrong players. I don't really like it. I would love a little bit more freedom. Open the game up a little bit more. Leave the defending alone, but tweak the passing. You know, skill moves, they've been fine. I think they nerfed them down a little bit. Oh, the goalies have definitely been improved. Like, I saw a lot of cool little saving animations, sometimes maybe too good. The shooting as well, I forgot to talk about that. Not enough oomph for me on some of these finishes. You know, like, they're not even striking the ball properly. It's like they're hitting it with a gran, you know, so maybe a little bit more oomph in some of the finishing. The finesse has got nerfed, which is nice, because on the first beta, the finesse finishing was so OP. It was mental. So yeah, they've listened to some, but I don't really know what happened between the first and second beta. I felt like the first was better, apart from the major slowdown and then the finessing. Other than that, I don't know. Yeah, there are problems as well with sometimes the players not reacting to the ball like you just saw there, kind of doing what they want. I mean, right there, I don't know what that pass was. Ronaldo wasn't paying attention. So anyway, I mean, that's all I can really say. It's got potential, and I think we all keep saying that, but definitely this game is a long way to go if it is going to compete to FIFA and eFootball. I will say, like, this is where it's hard as well, very quickly, when you compare this to EAFC, because I said on stream that the gameplay of this is better than EA. Look, the gameplay on FC, EAFC, FIFA, we can never call it, it's more free, I feel, than this, though. And that's where I would say it's better. But the problem with EAFC is the foot planting, is the way the players run, the way they dribble. It looks terrible. Really, really terrible. Whereas in this, because it's running on the Unreal Engine, which is a better engine than the Frostbite, it does look like more of a football game than EAFC would. So, yeah, I'm not saying this is better than EAFC gameplay completely, but there are elements that are. And look, I've got my EAFC video coming out. I hate saying that. FC, I'll just say FC 25. That video is going to be coming out for you probably maybe Thursday. So, yeah, we'll have some just talking about that, discussing that and going over it. So, stay tuned for that. But anyway, let me know your thoughts below. I went for a real run here with Mohamed Salah. Just too much. I like to dribble, but sometimes it doesn't work and you embarrass yourself. This guy just couldn't get the ball out here. Have a look at this. Just all over the shop. I'm running one way, he's running the other. Right there, he's just pressing the button. Get it here, son. Yeah, I'm not going to say I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed it a little bit, but I couldn't sit there and play this game all day. Like, I did get sick of it after a couple of hours, and I was like, all right, what's next? So, anyway, let me know your thoughts. What would you rate it out of 10, the beta, the second one? Like I said, I'd probably give it a 4 now, 4.5. The gameplay. Off the pitch is fantastic. Like, off the pitch, I would give this game a solid, 8, 9 out of 10. There's nothing wrong with it. The UI, the way things work, the skills, the skins, there's been a lot of thought in that. So credit to Strikers Inc. there. Now work on the gameplay, folks, and you've got a little, a little game here that people might invest into. Who knows? But anyway, let me know your thoughts. We will be back this weekend. I will get back to Master League. So then next week we'll crack off with some Master League. Does that sound good? I know it does. But until next time, take care. We won. Woo!